Yo, so the main card, people, right? Very good fights, and we open up with a man. This should be a little bit of a doozy, right? We have got Eryk Anders against Christian Leroy Duncan. It's a middleweight clash, right? So let us break this down. Your boy Eryk, he is my computer is running slow at the moment, people. Apologies. Anders is 38, 6'1", 75-inch reach. He's got a 17-8 and 1 no contest record, and he's on a 2-fight win streak right now, which is that's all good, man. It feels like I ain't seen Anders fight in ages. He's 9-8 with 1 no contest in the UFC, went 2-0 in LFA, 1-0 in Bellator, right? So last time out, so it was December last year, 2024, he beat Chris Weidman, which I remember they fought, but for some reason, I thought it was, early, well, before that day, let's say. He beat Jamie Pickett before that in March 2024, Been doing a little bit of grappling as well, right? So he lost to Andre Petrosky and Joe Pyfer, but beat Carl Dukas, right? And Charles Radke in some grappling. Lost to Luke Fernandez, though. Anders, he's been around for ages. Fun enough, he beat Carl Dukas in an MMA fight as well. So he's got the double deuce on him, right? But yeah, he's fought everyone, man. He has fought everyone, old Eryk, and had some very good wins, you know what I mean? So, yeah, he's got finishes, he's got decision, he's got submissions, all of the thing. He lost a split decision to the Dragon, right? Latido Machida, that dude, right? So yeah, he's been doing his thing. Now he is fighting Christian Leroy Duncan, and this is a good fight, right? It is kind of old guard v new guard, as it were, which is always, man, these kind of fights are always intriguing, right? Because it's like, can the veteran hold off the hungry lion, So, we call him the young guy, right? CLD. He is 30, right? He's 36 to 79-inch reach. He's got 11-2 overall record, and he's coming off a win in his last fight. So, Duncan, he's 4-2 in the UFC, right? He beat Andre Puliev, right? Who we saw just the other day. Last Saturday, got a great win. Won a decision over him. So that was March this year. And that was coming off a loss to Gregory Rodriguez. He beat Claudio Ribeiro and Dennis Trillman. Lost to Arman Petrosian, but won his debut against Dukas Tudovic. Right, now, I think the big thing with his losses, he's just been a bit hesitant, right? In the two losses, he just hasn't really thrown and engaged. But when he's won, we've seen him do more. So it is a case of what Duncan turns up on the night. But, you know, I think he's got his focus back. And I'm thinking that he should get the win over Andre Anders. Right? Yeah, so I'm taking Christian Leroy Duncan to win in his fight against Eryk Anders. Right, so from the middleweights, we drop all the way down to the bantamweights. It's Miles Johns against John Matsumoto. So, Matsumoto even. Right, he is 25, 5'6", 68.5-inch reach. He's got a 16-1 record. So yeah, he's just coming off the back of his first loss. Someone make that journey back, right? Will it be a spiral, or do they bounce back hungry? So he's 2-1 in the UFC. Came via the Contender Series. That was a split decision to Rob Font. Right? He beat Brad Katona and Dan Arjeta. Before that, a guillotine over Arjeta. You know? It was a guillotine in his last LFA fight. He's, a guillotine is his go-to submission, it would seem. He does have an avocado choke, Jesus Christ, an anaconda, right? And a barbo choke, right? Arm triangle. So he's got some different chokes too. But he does like a guillotine. Right, which is interesting because he lost his amateur fight by a rear naked. So that may have been the thing to spur him on and really get to grips with his jiu-jitsu. Which, if that is the case, that's fire, right? That's really friggin' good. So yes, that is Matsumoto. And he is going up against Chapo Miles John, who is 31, 5'7", 66-inch reach. He has got a 15-3 with 1 no contest record. He is also coming off a loss in his last fight. He's got a 6-3 with 1 no contest UFC record. Went 4-0 in LFA. Comes via the Contender Series. Right, so it was a unanimous decision loss to Felipe Lima in December 2024. Before that, though, he beat Douglas Silva da Andrade, Cody Gibson, 2 good wins. Got a no contest with Dan Arjeta. I think he won that. I think he traditionally won it, but yeah, then it got that. And a win over Vince Morales. So, he can do his thing. He can knock you out, right? He's had stoppages. He also does like a guillotine. So this is a fun fight. This should be, back and forth, because Johns is also a little fucking tank. So, man, I'm intrigued. I am very intrigued. Boy. This is tough. I feel I could go back and forth on this one for sure, right? I feel I could go back and forth. The jiu-jitsu, I think, is with Matsumoto, right? I think that's where that is. Johns has definitely got, He's more blooded in the UFC, so there is that. Okay, we're gonna take Miles Johns for the win. We're gonna take Miles Johns to get it done, but boy, it's a tricky one, that one. So from the bantamweight, we jump one up to the featherweights. We have Andre Fili against Christian Rodriguez, which, I mean, these matchups are great, right? A great freaking matchup, right? So C-Rod, Christian Rodriguez, he's 27, 5'7", 71.5-inch reach. He is 12-3, coming off a loss in his last fight, right? So he's 5-3 in the UFC, went 2-0 in LFA, 1-0 in Bellator, and comes via the Contender Series. So, last time out, it was the Masilk Costa fight. I did pick Rodriguez to win, but Costa was so fast and sharp. It was crazy. Rodriguez beat Austin Bashi, who had a standout performance on Saturday night. Right? It's Rodriguez is very good. Beat Cameron Simone, Isaac Dolgran, Charles Rosa Jr., right? He has got good wins. And this is definitely an interesting matchup because Andre Touchy Fili, he is, boy, it feels like Fili's been around for ages, right? But he's only 35, 5'11", 74-inch reach. He's got a 24-12 record with one no contest, coming off a loss as well in his last fight. He's 12-11, one no contest in the UFC. Right, so he also, lost to Masil Costa last time. That was February last year. Got caught in a guillotine in the first. He beat Cub Swanson. That was a very close fight, right? Lost to Dan Eag, beat Lucas Almeida, lost to Nathaniel Wood, which was very close. Man, it's just, back and forth. He's had some good fights. He's been in there with some tough motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Definitely some tough motherfuckers. Like he was part of the inaugural Alpha Male. I think he still trains with them, but I think he's somewhere else as well right now. So, he can get it done in multiple ways, right? He can get it done multiple ways. He is very good. Andre Fili is very fucking good. So this fight, it's just, oh man, it's a tough one. Oh, I think I'm going, oh boy. I want to take, Rodriguez. I want to take Christian Rodriguez. But I think he did get caught with the dynamic striking of Costa last time out. And Fili is dynamic. You know what I mean? He is most definitely dynamic. And, he can knock you out. He can sub you. He's got so many skills, But I do think that Rodriguez does work on those fundamentals, and we do see him getting better. Yeah, I'm gonna, stick with it. I'm going with Rodriguez for the win. So our featured fight of the night is the women's strawweight. we have Iasmin Lucindo against Angela Hill, which, I mean, Angela motherfucking Hill, aka the female Neil Magny, right? She is 40, 5'3", 64.5-inch reach. Overkill, gets it done. She's 18-4, coming off a win in her last fight, right? Which was against Caitlin Souza, split decision. She's 13-14 in the UFC. She went 4-0 in Invicta, winning the strap, which got her back to the UFC, right? So yeah, she has that. Before that she lost to Tabitha Ricci, but then she had 2 wins, beat Lorena Pinheiro and Denise Gomez, right? Lost to Mackenzie Dern, beat Emily Ducote. You know, she's very good. Beat Lupi Godiles. Man, Angela Hill is legit. And the thing with Angela is, she's lost a lot, but there's been a lot of fights where she should have got that nod, right? She is probably the female fighter with the most, like, just crazy decisions against her. When you watch a fight, you'd be like, she won that fight, and then the other girl gets her arm raised. You're just like, what the fuck does Angela have to do? You know what I mean? She is that girl. And she's going up against Iasmin Lucindo, who is 23, 5'3", 66-inch reach. I'm nearly 20 years younger, right? She's got a 17-6 record, coming off a loss in the last fight. So she's younger, but she's got a good chunk of fights under her belt, you know what I mean? She is 4-2 in the UFC and lost to Amanda Lemos last time out. Got a good win over Marina Rodriguez and Karolina Kovacevic, Poliana Viana and Brogan Walker. You know, very good wins. And that was after losing her UFC debut. So a lot of her fights do go the distance. She was able to get Poliana Viana in an arm triangle. Right, but yeah, I mean, outside the UFC, she had a few knockouts, but, you know, I say a lot of decisions, but that's good, right? You're durable, you know what I mean? So this is, I mean, it's not an easy fight for Hill, but I think Angela, she's just seen more. She's savvy, right? She can control a fight at her pace. And so I'm taking Angela Hill to get the win. Alright? And it's fun. I'm looking forward to it. But that, people, that's our main card lot of fights. So now we get to the co-main and the main event. Let's go.